honestly, all I want to talk about here is Dominique. Again, I'll pose the question. Why is she here? Why is she here?
Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. Hey girl, hey. So today, this is a new show to me. This is my first time ever like tuning into this show. I've heard about it like just in passing in life in general. Like, you know, you see stuff on TV or whatever the case may be, but I never gave it a try. But I was like, let me see. It's a new season. It's just starting. It must be good. It's so many seasons in. Let me give it a try. So this is Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 1. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video though, please, for one, give the video a thumbs up, but also to subscribe to the channel. I think we are like 12 subscribers away from 600, which is like, it's lit, you know? So subscribe to the channel, please. Now, let's get into it. So for this show, I'm still going to go in chronological order, even though like with Love Without Borders, like I feel like I go couple by couple. But with this show, I think I'm going to go in chronological order, at least for now. If I change it, you'll be the first to know. But this show was giving me Love is Blind on crack. It was also giving me like, this is what Love Without Borders is trying to be, but like with a little bit of like international flair, you know what I'm saying? This is what Love Without Borders is trying to do, for sure. So first, let's go like and talk about each couple. So it starts off, Kirsten and Shaquille are the first couple, and the episode opens up with everybody having to like break the news to their families. But I felt like at first, like, okay, Shaquille and Kirsten, they might be a match, because like she was talking about a lot of things that I felt like he felt too. Like he was, I think his little nickname was Workaholic, and she wanted somebody that was motivated and driven, that loved God. And he had talked a little bit about like loving God and stuff like that. So at first I thought they would be a good match. But then I'm just jumping ahead. Later on in the episode, she said something about like, and this is what made me want to watch the show, because I saw this little clip on TikTok where she was like saying like, I don't want no bald head. And the friend was like, well, what if they get matched with somebody that got a bald head? What you gonna do? And then she was like, no, I like a low haircut. Like, no, like she was not with the bald head, and he has a bald head. And so then the more like we started to like get to know each of them, like, I don't know, they seem like they could potentially be a good match, a bald head aside. But then I also feel like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you have to be like physically attracted to somebody. That's not everything, because that could fade. Because even if you get with somebody, when you meet them and they have hair, their hairline can start to recede, and then they could go bald, and then what you gonna do? You gotta love the man with the bald head. But anyway, so then we get Dominique and McKinley, and I don't think they're gonna be a match. Like, and then later on in the episode, when I found out how old Dominique was, I was like, girl, why are you here? What are you doing here? Ariana, what are you doing here?
Ariana, what are you doing here?
No, like for real, what are you doing here, girl? And then she made the comment about like when she was telling her friends like wanting to do like girls' nights out. And I feel like people have this misconception about marriage. Like once you get married, say goodbye to your social life and your friends, and you'll never go out again. And it's like, no ma'am, no sir. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You cannot only spend time with your spouse. Like, that is actually unhealthy. You need to make time to continue to cultivate and hone in on your other relationships as well. Like, please. But anyway, then we get Nicole and Chris, and just right off the bat, I was like, no match. Like, I don't know. Because, listen, to me, it was given. At first I said iffy. I wrote down iffy, but then the more like I started to like hear from them, I was like, no.
Actually, that was my bad. I got them mixed up. These two I actually think will work, because Nicole is hellbent on making it work, and Chris also wants to just find his person, fall in love with somebody. They both seem like they are hopeless romantics and really ready to commit to somebody, so they might work out.
Now, next up is Jasmine and Aris. I believe that's how you say his name. And I was like, yes, for the like two black couples. Like, what? Hashtag black love, get into it. But yeah, I felt like for Aris to be 39 years old and he's never kind of like been in a real serious relationship, to me, that's a red flag. what's up, bro? Like, what's going on? What have you been doing? Aris also makes a comment about like how fragile the male ego is. And it's like, oh, sir, we know. Ooh. The cousin, she is not here for this. The cousin said, no, sir, no. But she made valid points. Like, you've never lived with somebody. You've never been in a real serious committed relationship. You are about to turn 40 and you're just going to jump in head first and expect it to work out. Like, you kind of need to like get your feet wet a little bit. But I do feel like for some people, the commitment of marriage will ground them and they'll feel like, okay, this is not just a relationship, it's a marriage. So I have to kind of like work through whatever uncomfortability I'm feeling. Because if you've never lived with somebody before, going to living with a stranger, that's going to take some adjusting. Then we get Gina and Clint. And at first I was like, okay, they seem like they could kind of be a good match. But then he started to talk about how he wanted a woman to be like out on the water with him and all of that. And it's like, she might come out sometimes, but like she busy. She got like a whole business to run. I don't know that she's going to be like out on the water with you like that, but she did give like that. She had a certain level of spontaneity. So like maybe she will, but it also was given like she's very much so about her business. So I don't know. So then we get the women and the men meeting up to just like, I guess, meet each other and talk and stuff like that. And when, what's this girl's name? When Dominique said something about like her wanting to like be out and stuff, I was kind of feeling like, girl, like, whew, you really shouldn't be here. Like, not even just because of that comment, but because of her age and stuff. But I guess like people get married young, like it's fine. But her vibes give me more like party girl, and that would be okay if you get with a man who like is turn up and party too, and y'all both turn up and party together. Because every marriage looks different, right? To each their own. But what kind of like annoyed me was when Kirsten said like, no, you're supposed to be at home cooking and cleaning and rubbing your man's feet. And it's like, says who? Like, you do know it's 2023 now. Like, nobody is gonna be at home cooking, cleaning, slaving all day only and rubbing a man's feet. It's like, people got work. Like, people have passions and hobbies and other stuff. Like, that's not, people kill me with this narrative that that's all that a marriage is, or that's all that a wife is, to literally be a helpmate, cook, clean, rub your feet, have sex with you whenever you want. Like, no, being a wife is not all about cooking and cleaning. But I digress, because I could really talk about that forever, but I'll move on. Then we find out that the men have been doing it. Some of them have been doing it. And I just feel like that's so typical man behavior. If you know you're about to like get into a process where you're going to be marrying someone, maybe you should hold off. But I get it. They like, I'm about to be marrying somebody. I ain't going to be able to have sex with other women no more. So I guess they want to get it out their system. I don't know. So then Kirsten and Shaquille go look at like dresses and tuxes. And the final dress, because I was like, all of the dresses will look nice on her, but that final dress really was like the dress I felt like. But then for Shaquille, the tux was nice, but it wasn't like anything, because he called himself Dapper Dylan or something like that. And it's like, it wasn't really giving that to me anyway. Like, it was kind of a basic suit. Or at least, I mean, listen, I don't know tuxedos, so I could be wrong, but it was really giving like, it didn't wow me when I seen him come out with it, but he liked it, and that's what he chose. So now it's bachelor and bachelorette party time, right? And really all I want to talk about here is Dominique. Again, I'll pose the question, why is she here? Why is she here? What was she doing? Like, I understand you want to have fun, but the dragging on of the conversation with the stripper was giving flirtation, is what it was giving. And it's like, girl, what are you? This is a stripper. I mean, no shade to the strippers, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, please, let the man go, like, get his ones. Please stop holding him up. That conversation was very, very flirtatious. I honestly just don't feel like she is ready for marriage. Like, and especially since she said her mother kind of signed her up for this. It's like, girl, and she agreed to do it. But it's like, this wasn't your initial idea. And it's bleeding through the screen. She just really shouldn't be here. But now we move on to wedding day. And I thought it was going to be like everybody's wedding day, like how Love is Blind kind of shows a little, or do they? I don't remember. But I thought it was going to show little snippets of everybody's wedding day. But it was Kirsten and Shaquille up first. and she is just really not here for the bald head. And it's just like, dang, she is bald. I mean, he is bald. And it was just like, also, where was her mother at? Why was she late? And even if she was going to be late, why wasn't she answering the phone? Why didn't she shoot a text to say like, hey, I'm running late, or whatever the case may be? Why are you adding extra stress to her when she already stressed enough? Like, I don't know. That was just kind of like, ma'am, answer your phone. But she showed up with no explanation. I mean, maybe she explained it and they just didn't air it, but it was like, we need to know where you was at. Kirsten looked absolutely gorgeous, okay? Absolutely stunning. She is a beautiful woman. And I'm just like, I know that he's gonna like her, but like, is she gonna like him? And then she said the signal to the friends will be like if she tell him to kiss her on the cheek. And in the trailer for the next episode, we see him kissing her on the cheek. So I don't think she like him. But that was the end of the episode. The episode went off after that. I'm excited for this show. I'm excited to see what happens. Let me know if this is something that you watch regularly or what, because this is my first season tuning in and I like it so far. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you thought. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.